Invincible doesn't need any sort of introduction. It's honestly one of those shows that I didn't realize was missing. One of the things that I don't like about superhero shows is that everyone is a goody-goody. And that everyone that gets these superhuman superpowers turns out to want to be a hero. And no one really wants to explore what would happen if someone used these powers for something that was not for the betterment of humanity. You know, like, come on, let's take a look at society, right? When anyone gets anything, they use it for their own purposes. They don't actually give a shit about anyone else. So, like, why would superpowers be any different? And so Invincible is one of those shows that explores that. And honestly, it's been something that I've been missing without knowing that I've been missing. And then how do you top the gore and the violence and the train and the beat up that is season 1? Well, you can't. So you get a bunch of bug people. So, like, season 2 is like, we can't win with violence, but we can win with grossness. Oh, God. I don't want to see it again, but you know what I'm talking about. One thing that I will comment, I would have preferred if they released it in its entirety. I understand that they wanted to release half the season so that people don't have to wait, and then the second half. But at the same time, it's 8 episodes in a season, and momentum and pacing is important. So, 4 episodes and then a multi-month break, followed by 4 episodes. You know what I mean? If I was watching it for 12 weeks in a row, and I took like a month or 2 break, because, you know, you covered like an arc or a book or something like that, and then you gave me another 12, I can understand. You give me 4, I've just gotten into it. My seat's just gotten comfy, right? I've just got my drink and popcorn ready to go, and it's on break. It's like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's the only negative piece of commentary that I have. That I personally would have liked it to be released when it was ready to go. And I would have been fine waiting an extra 6 months. We waited, I don't know how many months. What's a few more? What's a few more months, Mark? What's a few more? But look, business, Amazon, same reason why some anime, the entire season gets dropped. Jojo. I don't know. I'm thinking it's some divine wisdom by some person in some company that we mere mortals that just watch shows non-stop cannot fathom. Let's face it. Yeah, that's on fault of Amazon Prime and the animator strike. Ugh. I mean, I don't mind about the strike. Like I said, I would have gladly waited. Several years ago, a movie called Bright came out. Basically, what would happen if Superman had the mentality of a school shooter at 10 years old. Or just an SJW in general, really. I mean, the result would be the same. In just a different way. One would wipe people out, the other one would wipe people out. I'm just saying. Alright, let's do this. By the way, if you haven't noticed, if you're easily offended, you're gonna have a bad time. So, like, you've been warned now. If you don't get easily offended, you're gonna have a good time. So, you know, strap yourselves in. Again, if you haven't watched Season 1 and the first part of Season 2, I highly recommend you go and do that so you don't spoil yourself. Really good series. Otherwise, if you're a regular, let's do this.
Turn this organization around. It's going to be King Lizard.
You see, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I totally forgot about King Lizard. I remembered the fish people in Atlantis. I remembered Adam Eve being OP as shit. Adam Eve's mother. I remembered Noel. I remembered Invincible's mother going to the, Heroes Anonymous meeting. I remembered the bug people. I remember, like, all that stuff. I totally remembered forgot this lizard guy. Because, I mean, lizard guy, yeah, he did so much. I don't even remember who the hell he is.
If those Sequids ever take over...
Yeah, I remember this guy, the big brain guy.
Earth is next. Forgive me, Alan. Hello, son. It's been a while. This is your little brother. I never even fucking knew you. You don't need the bum. I need help here! Viltrum knows I've left my post. They'll track me. Are those? Viltrumite soldiers. Why do I care about them? You need to fight like a Viltrumite! I don't kill people. Your father will be executed. You will assume his mission and prepare the planet for our rule.
Yeah, bug people. The memes. The memes were good. The memes are good. I like this community. I mean, you're all a bunch of sick fucks, but, like, I like you guys. You know, I love that the Viltrumites are a combination of the Saiyans from the Dragon Ball Z franchise and Russians during the Soviet Union era. It's the Saiyans because they go planet to planet and colonize. It's the Russians because they experimented on dropping soldiers out of airplanes and helicopters without parachutes. To no one's surprise, the program didn't last very long. It's a real thing. Look it up.
It's the Emperor's other son.
Is he dead?
I love how he's the Emperor's other son.
His chest is moving. What is all that red liquid?
It must be his blood. He has a hole in his body.
The city. Address.
We can take you there.
Oh, they're just making him walk after a beat up like that. No stretches.
Mark. Nolan. Where's Nolan?
The Viltrumites took him. I'm sorry. The city, these people, it's all our fault.
Mark, you saved my life. And your brother's.
If my dad and I hadn't been here, none of this would have happened.
You know, this little kid's gonna be the real wild card because genetically speaking, he's either gonna be completely weak or like incredibly strong.
If your father hadn't been here, I wouldn't have a son. And if you hadn't been here, we both would have died.
Actually, if Nolan hadn't been here, none of this would have happened. Or the Viltrumites would have just killed you people like the Blood Planet with Vegeta and Nappa. I don't know whether this is a reference to that bug planet, because on that bug planet with Vegeta and Nappa, they like help a princess or some crap. But like, they still destroy it.
Thraxan lives are short compared to yours. Our culture doesn't assign blame. We only look forward. We will rebuild, Mark. Count on that.
Just putting it out there, you're rebuilding instead of training. Ooh.
Mark Grayson! Oh, hey! Nualzad! I have good news. We've completed a ship to take you home. You can return to your planet and your center for learning and drink. Thanks, but I can't go yet.
Oh, right. Oh, right. They're actually going to go to Earth. They're not coming back here. They don't give a crap about the bug planet.
There's still so much to do. The city will be whole again soon. Your people must need your strength. There's tons of heroes on Earth. I'm sure they got it covered. Behold! The might of Omnipotent! Traitors!
Great, the Greeks are invading. I was gonna say Mark was looking very Greek in that skirt, or Roman. I don't know, they both like skirts, but like, you get my points.
Tremble before my unlimited power!
I was gonna say his helmet looked a little bit like a Darth Vader thing, and then he said unlimited power. Okay.
No. I'm sure you know your planet best. Empress,
Nualzot, did you give Mark the news?
I thought he'd be more pleased. Humans are very confusing.
I am pleased. Yeah, I want to see my mom and my girlfriend. But there's more to do here. And
You've helped enough. It's time you returned home. But there is something else I must ask of you.
Take the brother.
Take your brother with you.
Ha!
Home to Earth.
What?
You know, Earth isn't exactly known for its lack of discrimination for people of different color. And I gotta be quite honest with you here. We don't have purple.
What are you talking about? You're his mom.
Mark, look at me. Look how much older I am than when you first arrived. Your brother ages quicker than you, but far slower than my people. I'll be gone before he can form a sentence.
Oh.
When Nolan was here, that was fine. He could be raised by his father. But now, everyone he knows here will soon be dead. Generations will pass before he's even an adult. What mother would abandon him to a life like that?
My dad was worried about that for me too.
Nolan changed me.
Oof. You see, when you put it in perspective like that, it's like, oof. 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 It's like, hey guys, would you like to see a little bit into how Nolan looks at it? Here you go. Oof. Well played. Oof.
I see life now on a longer scale than most Thraxans. But to me, your centuries are still just a concept. To you and your brother, it's the life you must live.
I just keep hoping my dad's okay.
I hope that too. But if he lives, he'll go searching for you, not me.
Wait, no, that's
My time with Nolan was special. But he will know. My life has run its course. Remember me, child. Someday, I hope you'll understand why I had to let you go.
Oh.
Please. Very soon, you'll be all he has. And he will need someone.
You know, this show just loves to show off, time to time, that it can fully just unload emotional sequences whenever it wants, but it spares you the pain of not doing so. It's kind. It's kind. It doesn't make you depressed. It gives you a little bit of it, but it's okay. A little bit, and we'll move on to some action or some like standard Earthian food or relationships or, you know, something like that. But when they want to, they can hit you. I respect that. She's driving a Yaris.
Thanks, Paul.
That's a Toyota. 1.6 liter engine. I know, I learned to drive in one. God damn, I'm such a car person!
See you tomorrow.
Ah!
Debbie. Wait, forgot to give you this. It's from all of us at the office.
For the house we sold?
Kind of.
Uh-huh.
Well, we all know how hard it's been for you. But it's good to have you back.
Thanks. Thank you, Paul.
That's a big bottle of wine. Normally bottles of wine are not that tall. That's like a liter. That's an alcoholic's wine. Shouldn't you, like, not drink alone? That's a slippery slope. Wait, did you cook that pasta, or did you just have it, like, sitting there open? Like, there is a fridge.
Hey, Mom.
Wait, did you cook the pasta?
Mark! Oh. Jesus, Mark. It's been 2 months. I try not to worry, but even Cecil's been frantic. He's... Oh.
My God.
Who is that?
In the end, she needed a drink. I can understand. It's like, hey, I'm leaving Nolan behind, and there's another kid. Fuck.
I don't even have the words. This morning, I didn't even know if Nolan was alive. I didn't even know if I wanted him to be alive. Now he's left another planet in ruins, and his new kid is sitting in my kitchen.
Yeah, welcome to dating an alien.
The Viltrumites took him, Mom. Your dad didn't have a choice.
Oh, like hell he didn't. He didn't have to go to that planet. He certainly didn't have to find a new partner and have a new baby.
Woof.
He's never on the hook for the lives he destroys. Just leaves it for everyone else to clean up. Again and again.
I know.
What are we supposed to do with him? Children that age need constant care. He doesn't even have a name.
Well, he ages fast. He won't stay a toddler for long. Maybe I could take a year off from college to look after him.
What? No, absolutely not.
I'm just gonna be that guy. You have Viltrumites coming. Fuck college. I mean, if you survived the Viltrumite invasion, I mean, you could go to college next semester. And the semester after that, you can have the full-blown invasion with the entire colony because the expedition force didn't come back. You know? Like, all things considered, I don't think your education is gonna play a big part in the upcoming intergalactic war. I'm just saying.
I've been gone for 2 months.
Yeah, Gohan, you gotta save the planet from the aliens.
You know, it's not like my grades are gonna be amazing anyway. And I changed a lot of diapers on the way home.
What about Cecil?
We can't.
You can't just give an alien baby to Cecil. He's part of the government. He's gonna experiment on him and shit.
There's got to be other options.
Like what? He's purple.
Welcome to racism. Is it a racism thing or a color thing? Because technically he looks human. But then again, we discriminate against other humans and we call it racism. Because we're under the perception that humans have different races. Even though for the most part it's just skin pigmentation from different levels of exposure to the sun. But like, humans, right? When you really think... See, okay, thought experiment here. When you see a dog, think of a dog, right? Think of a dog. Think of a dog. Doesn't matter. Think of any dog. And now, think of a different colored dog. What is that dog? Is it another race? Or is it just another dog? Okay, it might be a different breed of dog, but is it a dog? What's the difference?
I can't give him to a stranger, and I don't want to leave college. But, you know, you're right about Dad leaving his problems for other people to fix. He's my brother, and I can't just abandon him.
Technically speaking, half-brother.
Oh, you must get it from my side of the family.
You mean empathy?
Don't quit school, Mark. I'll take some time off of work and look after him for a few days. I'll figure something out.
You would think being a superhero for the government that saves the country from existential threats would kind of pay better. I mean, you're saving the military a literal fortune.
But you're changing that diaper before you go anywhere.
Oof.
All right, have someone look into the sighting. It's probably a hoax, but we can't risk it.
You know how some people say if you get COVID, you can't smell? Imagine you have to change a diaper. Oh no, I have COVID and I can't smell. Oh no, I lost my sense of smell.
I want to report in an hour.
America, Kuma, America. Oh yeah, my bad. Using weapons is like 90% of that economy. If you don't use the weapons, the economy's fucked. Which is why there always needs to be constant war. Sometimes 2 at a time. Can't have peace. Peace is bad for business.
Sir, may I have a minute? We're a little busy, Donald, if you hadn't noticed. I need you to make time for...
Woof.
this.
You know, there's a saying, no one's ever busy. They just make time for what's important.
Everybody out! You heard me. I need the room. Now.
Now that is a power play. He's taking the renegade route. Damn! Well, you've got balls.
Okay. You've got my attention. After Omni-Man went bad last year, we blew up our surveillance house to stop him. You triggered it after getting everyone to safety. You barely made it out alive yourself. So why don't I remember it? You were in shock. You got burned pretty bad. Burned? Is that what you call this?
Oh, shit. He's aware.
With respect, sir, what did you do to me?
With respect, were you ever human? Or did they put your consciousness into an android body? Yeah! We're going down that route. Shit, the white room. Okay, you want torture? White room. You're fucked. You're gonna be so desperate for external stimuli that your brain would literally go insane coming up with shit to give you external stimuli because there would be no external stimuli. I don't know what's worse, the White Room or listening to Taylor Swift songs.
I thought I was on the White Room list. You are, for most of it. Lights. What is that? It's what we did to you.
Wait, so that's the White Room. They just hide it using lights.
State of the art. It's expensive as hell. Damn sight better than your old one, if you ask me. How? You were lucky. Omni-Man's body shielded you from most of the blast. When we pulled you out, your brain was intact. The rest of you, not so much.
So you'd basically need the brain as well as like the stem, which is the part of the spinal cord. And the eyes, because the eyes are connected to the brain.
The rest of me? Cecil, what the hell am I now? You're you. But better. Stronger.
I swear there's some show that I haven't seen. It's like, we could rebuild him. Better. Stronger than before.
Alive. I don't remember any of it. All these people knew, and I didn't? PTSD's a bitch. We figured you'd be better off without it. You mean you'd be better off? You had no right. What do you want, Donald? You'd rather be dead? You know the world we live in, what the job is. There's no time for existential angst. Angst? That's what you call it? Jesus, Cecil. I knew you were cold, but I never knew you were...
Sirs?
What?
Well, this is probably a little above your pay grade, but like, sure. Total Consciousness, A Philosophical Life. Dr. Carl Spackler.
And that's more than enough philosophy for today.
Why did you leave your, like, marker out? That's gonna dry. It's basically a sponge. And that sponge is gonna keep collecting all the ink at the back of it. You're a spoiled brat, aren't you? Oh my god, another one that's... No, that's just a normal pen. Hey, I've got these pens. Holy shit, the level of detail they went to on the stationery is actually impressive. I have this very brand of pens. Okay, kudos to the detailing on the stationery. What's the $6 million man come up to with inflation these days? Well, considering that they've printed more than 80% of the USD money supply in the last few years alone, what year did it come out? You can actually do an inflation calculator. Considering inflation, like, last year alone for the US was more than 11%.
Since when did you start locking the window?
Since he started masturbating.
Mark, holy shit.
Oh, right, he's got a boyfriend now.
I started locking it after that giant bug dressed like a dog showed up. Did you save them from those meteors?
Meteors? Oh, right. Yes and no.
He was the meteor?
It got weird.
DTF, I remember that. I would have made a joke about that. No question about it. I would have made a joke about that. Magnum PI. I see what you did there. Because it's pot. Yeah, that's clever. Ah.
For me.
Why are you taking your shirt off? This is getting weird. Lady Yaya. Oh, God.
Yeah, I kind of figured. You were gone a long time. Like forever in college years. You need to go see the dean, by the way. Something about academic probation.
You said you'd cover for me.
I did. For a while. 2 months, Mark. That's more excuses than anyone can make up.
I've made up more excuses. I was supposed to be at work more than a half work time, which is like 2 to 3 days a week. And I haven't been in like 8 months. I went once this year. And it's halfway through March. You suck with your excuses, bro. You need to get good. I'm getting really good. I should be a politician.
What happened?
I'd make a fortune. Actually, why don't I become a politician while I'm still employed full-time? I'll make even more. It's not like they do anything. They just rock up time to time and sleep.
A lot.
And claim everyone's a bigot and a racist and discriminating and hates the environment and is an alien. And a communist. Wait, we don't accuse people of being communists these days. That was back in the day. We accuse people of being not antiseptic, anti-Semitic. That's it. That's the new one.
I saw my dad.
Your dad?
I'll tell you.
Nazis. Yeah, that's the one. You accuse people of being anti-Semitic and a Nazi, even though there's people currently committing a genocide and doing things worse than what the Nazis did. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Accuse your enemies of what you yourself are doing.
You all about it, but I need to see Amber first.
Oh, did you shit on
Oh,
the bed
sure.
again?
Ditch me for your girlfriend, why don't you?
It'll give you time to put all my posters back up.
Oh.
All of them.
Posters are a bitch to take down without ripping.
And when exactly were you planning to tell me you were back?
I mean, it's not like you didn't know.
I
Woof.
ordered you not to go. You were gone 2 months. Now you don't even check in?
I needed to see my mom and my girlfriend first.
We had a deal, Mark. You promised if I put you in the field, you'd follow orders. You don't get to pick and choose when that applies.
I saved millions of lives out there, Cecil, and it looks like everything here was just fine.
Yeah. Things were just peachy. The Guardians almost died saving the planet while you were off gallivanting with space bugs.
What I did out there, what I found, was important. You already know, don't you?
We keep an eye on Debbie for her protection. Passive monitoring, mostly. Certain keywords trigger a closer listen.
So what is this, like, what's that Amazon thing? I forget the Amazon one, but the Google one's, hey Google. The Amazon one's like, hey Excella?
Unbelievable. You're angry about me not reporting in? I don't need to. You got cameras in my mom's house.
Actually, more than just cameras. Alexa, thank you. Every television, every monitor, every phone, every microwave, every fridge. Did you know that your fridge can now spy on you? Your freaking washing machine can spy on you. It is ridiculous.
It's not cameras. We would never do that.
You don't even need to do that. They've actually got software that can turn these cameras on without actually turning any lights on. You can turn your phone off and your phone is still on. They actually did it to Samsung. Look it up. It got declassified.
Alright, since you already know everything,
That's right. Every Samsung phone has basically been hacked, including the camera. And forget about the iPhones. Those would never they never had to hack those to begin with. It was like, unlock this iPhone. No. This guy is a potential terrorist. No. Okay. If you don't unlock the iPhone, we will not let you sell the iPhone in the country. No. We will not unlock the iPhone for you. Here is the schematic of how we built the security system so you can bypass it. That's literally what Apple did. They just gave them, like, the blueprint on how they programmed it. We won't unlock it for you, but here's the blueprint. Bastards.
I'll go see my girlfriend like I planned.
Fine by me. I'll send a team to pick up Nolan's kid.
You can't.
What are you gonna do, leave him with your mom? He's an alien. We're more qualified to take care of him.
When the government says they'll take care of something, I get worried.
He's my brother, not a science experiment. Call your people off.
They're already on their way.
Call them off. Now. I'll check in tomorrow.
Fine. I'm sure your mom will love looking after her ex-husband's new kid.
She doesn't give a crap that it's her ex-husband's kid. She cares about the fact that it looks like Mark a little bit. It's reminiscent. And she also cares that Mark cares.
Coming.
Oh my god, I feel empathy.
Mark. Oh my god, you're back.
I missed you so much. I didn't mean to be gone so long.
Wait, she's not being bitchy to him? She's not yelling at him? She's not blaming him? Character progress.
They took me to this insane planet. Terrarium in Philadelphia when I was visiting my aunt.
Guys, this is my boyfriend, Mark. He's been gone a while dealing with family stuff. Mark, this is Bridget, Janny, and Corey.
Hey, dude. Nice to finally meet you.
Wow, so he is real. I thought Amber was just trying to brush off creepy dudes.
I'm gonna guess... older sister?
Yep. Yep. Very real over here. Just not around the last few, months.
Can we not do copyright infringing songs in the background? This makes it hell to edit for YouTube.
We should let you guys catch up. Amber, we'll get your notes later. Nice meeting you, Mark.
Uh-oh.
What happened out there? So the kid's at your mom's house now?
For now. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
And I thought I had a crazy few months.
Shit, I'm sorry. I've been talking about myself this whole time.
No, I mean, you've been through a lot, I get it.
No, really, I want to know everything I missed.
Well, college is no joke. I failed a sociology test that's worth 1/3 of my grade.
College is a joke. Literally, if you're a full-time college student, you rock up to classes 2 days a week. I did full-time university and a full-time job, side by side, and I still made it work. And I still trained martial arts, competitively. What are you complaining about? Do you even have a job?
Seriously? You?
Yeah. My grandpa died. I didn't take it too well.
Ah! Okay, acceptable. Mark! Hug her!
Yeah, I got through it. The funeral, coming back here. You know, people asked where you were.
Hug her!
Having to lie about it wasn't awesome.
I didn't think it would be this complicated.
It's okay. I knew the deal when I signed on.
Not just the superhero thing. All of it. Thought with my dad gone, he was at least done ruining my life, but...
Hey, he can't change how I feel about you, no matter how many planets he destroys.
Okay, she's surprisingly different from how she was in Season 1. I'm just putting it out there. My god, the ads somehow keep getting worse. Don't look at me. I put them on the bare minimum. Bare minimum. Don't look at me.
that's...
Like, I put them so infrequently, they don't even technically count it as part of the ad program. That's how little I put them in. They're like, this technically doesn't qualify for the Amazon ad program. And I'm like, bare minimum. And then I delay them when we start the stream for like 15 minutes.
The important thing.
And then they're like, you cannot delay these ads any further. And I'm like, oh god. Okay, that also works.
I'm glad you're back.
Trauma bonding. Look at the plus side. You can still feel sensation of like skin and touch. The real thing is going to be whether or not you can still taste. Which I believe you can, because if you couldn't, you'd feel that something is off. So technically speaking, if it's choosing between this and death, I mean, you know, you got pretty well. She was a good person in S1. The only had one bad moment, and that was because the show tried to be different from the comics. See, this is what happened when localizers try to get off script and write their own show. They fail miserably. Look at the plus side. If you ever get into a bar fight, you'll win. Oh, nightmares.
What is it?
There's something you need to see on our long-range scans, sir.
This is stupid!
No, it's not stupid. It's making you learn how to rely on your other senses which aren't your sight. Mainly your hearing, which you should be relying on instead of making noise.
I can see in the dark. That assumes you still have your eyes.
She makes a sound before she attacks, on top of the fact that she has heavy footsteps. See what I mean? She makes a grunt before she attacks. That should give you plenty of time.
Time. Monster Girl, Kate. Shower off. Bulletproof. Shapesmith, you're up.
You know, we did this kind of training in the dojo once or twice. They thought I was cheating. They were like, this isn't fair. And I'm like, you need to learn how to control your breathing. You know, people get pissed off at me because I usually attack when they breathe out. They breathe out, I attack. And they need to breathe in. But what if they're breathing in and doing stuff, they're like basically off balance. I can be a troll sometimes.
Immortal, if I may have a moment, may I remind you that Monster Girl's transformations cause her to age in reverse?
I know how my team's powers work.
Then you must understand that this kind of training is hazardous for her. I've developed a simulation and...
Hey! I can hear you, you know?
Amanda, I noticed the Immortal wasn't tracking your transformations.
It's not his job to track my transformations. And it's not yours either.
But logically, if there's a way to mitigate your lost time...
If you get this controlling after one date, there's not gonna be another one.
Oh no! Is 8th grade prom canceled?
Okay, you need to shut up.
Don't tell me. Ah! Motherfucker! Fuck. You know people try to kill us every single day, right? Just call, please!
We have a problem.
I like how I just ignored him. I like how, like, Cecil's like, the way to deal with this idiot is to just ignore him. Just let him unload and then pretend he's not there.
It's coming from Mars, headed directly for Earth. We've tried calling, but they're not answering.
Who's on Mars? Doomslayer?
It may be unmanned.
Except it's packed to the gills with biomatter.
So how'd you try calling? Like, normal frequencies?
It's coming from Mars, huh?
Did you know that we used to send out a radio signal into space being like, hey, there's organisms alive? And then they realized, wait, what if they're not friendly? And they turned off the signal.
I wonder if there's anyone here with insider knowledge. of Mars.
Oh.
Friends, I have a secret to unbury.
You see, I like the fact that he didn't reveal it for him, but it was kind of like, that's what bros do. The author even acknowledged that it as a writing error in an interview. If there are aliens, or our best shot is to never meet any. Well, I'm just saying, we had an AI that went on the internet for like 5 minutes, and afterwards it basically became Ultron. But not in the sense that it wanted to kill us, but in the sense that it thought Hitler was the sexiest woman alive. I'm just saying, if aliens have any sort of technology, and I'm guessing if they're capable of intergalactic space travel, they do, and they have any sort of, I don't know, potential, high processing computer that could access our internet and data and kind of give them a brief summary of what we've been up to as a species for the past few thousand years, I don't think it would be very favorable for us. Even if it just showed them what we're currently up to. Actually, aliens, the government has admitted that we do have aliens. And that they're probably watching us. And you know what they see? They see a literal genocide happening right now. Like the one that we had back in the 40s. And you know what they also see? People not giving a shit. It's not going to end well if aliens come here. I'm just saying. It's not going to end well. And what are our representatives for the planet? Honestly, think about this for a minute. Who are going to be the representatives for the planet on our behalf? It is not favorable in any way. Even if the aliens just treat us how we treat other people who are less powerful, it is not going to end well. They'll just enslave us. Because that's what we do.
I am not a human person from Earth like I once told you. Prepare yourselves, for the truth may be more than you can handle.
We know you're a Martian.
Ha!
Well, you think we'd let you join the team without figuring that out?
Ha!
You all knew that? Son of a bitch.
I fucking love this.
What we don't know is how you got to Earth and why you're here.
Okay, well, I was born a baby Martian.
You know, I had this thing with a mate of mine. He he was like, we have to go, we need to meet up. And I need to tell you guys something. And my other mate and his wife were like, what's going on? And he's like, I'm going to introduce you to someone. And my mate and his wife were like, who is it? It's like, is she pregnant? Is she this? Is she that? It's like, nope. And I just basically told them to say in the group chat that I saw him in public with her. They said it, and he said nothing. And I was like, it's a guy. Instantly. Because I know my friend. Whenever I claim I saw him or I caught him doing something, he will go on the defensive. The fact that he didn't go on a defensive when they said that I saw him, not me directly, but they said that I saw him with a girl and he didn't say anything means it's a guy. So I basically knew it was a guy. And so basically we're like there and we meet up and he's just basically introducing us to his boyfriend. And he's like, you don't look shocked. And I'm like, I knew. And he's like, what the fuck? I'm that type of friend. I'm literally that type of friend. I'm just keeping tabs on fucking everything and everyone. You can't keep secrets from me.
Far away on the planet Mars. Like all Martians, we use Sequids as our servants, since they couldn't penetrate our shape-shifting skin, which is something they very much like to do.
Oh.
Even as a young Marsling, I hated living underground. I wanted to see the stars. This way! Run! So when the opportunity presented itself, I took it. I hitched a ride to Earth with your space people. And when I got here, I was inspired to do good. And
Doc?
met all of you.
Wait a second. What happened to the real astronaut?
Asking the real questions. Yep.
Well?
Oh! I love how the story just had this inspiring music, and you just see something horrific happen. It's like, I was inspired to do good. It's like, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I honestly love this show because of how self-aware it is. It is like, this show is amazing. I don't care what anyone says. This show, amazing shit. And basically they could penetrate his skin and we're all fucked.
So when the opportunity presented itself, I took it. I hitched a ride to Earth with your space people. And when I got here, I was...
It shows you how important language is. Like, this is what people say, but what they actually mean is something far darker. You just assume the best.
Inspired to do good. I met all of you...
Wait a second. What happened to the real astronaut? Well?
My people were right behind us in the tunnels. I thought they'd find him before the Sequids did.
Find him and kill him, you mean? But they didn't find him, did they? Something else did.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, okay, well, given our present situation and that big ship on its way here, one might assume, one might guess that maybe, and this is a maybe, he possibly became a possessed host for the singular and terrifying Sequid hive mind. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so we have God knows how many of those things headed here.
And you have to destroy it before it gets to our planet.
They possess the real Russ Livingston, and they're capable of possessing 1 million more of us. And
Let's face it, if the government was given this scenario, they just bombed this ship. They would not care about a single human being. They do not care. The government sacrifices their own personnel all the time.
it's all your fault.
Yes, you understand now. Oh, that's bad.
Hang
Yeah.
on. We're gonna believe this guy? He lied to us the whole time.
No, before I was lying. Now I'm telling the truth. It's very different.
See, here's the problem with lying to people. Once people catch that you've been lying to them, they can't believe what you're saying.
You left an American astronaut up there to die.
Okay, let's be real. The government doesn't give a shit. Neither do Americans.
Why are we
Apologize?
putting up with
Shut
this?
up, all of you. There will be consequences for this. But that ship cannot be allowed to reach Earth, and Shapesmith is the only source of intelligence we have. We need him. For now. The team will be me, Bulletproof, Black Samson, Monster Girl, and Shapesmith. Rex, Shrinking Ray, Kate, and Rudy. You'll hold things down here. It's an alien spacecraft, so you'll need my technical expertise. I'll be protected in my suit. Agreed. Rudy, you go too.
No, you don't understand. There are millions of Sequids on that ship, maybe hundreds of millions. We won't be enough.
Look, I realize this is out of character, but I have an idea.
Let me guess. Mark. Oh, these assholes again. Okay, if they start scolding her, I'm gonna lose it. I've had enough of these two people. I've had enough. I've honestly had enough of these two parents. I know he's the bad one, but she lets him get away with it.
Skipping stones out on the shore. Still not sure what you asked me here for. But I'm scouring the earth on the floor. Skipping stones till my arm is sore.
Shit.
You know, it's been like 5 years and your parents still haven't fixed the lock on your window. I'm starting to wonder if maybe they want you to be abducted.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I'm not in the mood, Rex.
And I'm not here to make fun of you. Seriously. Or to get in your pants, or whatever you think I'm here to do. But when I heard you were back here, I knew something was wrong.
I just gotta say, letting this guy into your pants, that's like, that would hurt right in the ego. Because this guy's an idiot.
I don't...
And he's not even like, you know what I mean? If he was some amazing guy that accomplished some amazing shit, I can understand, you know, fangirling. But this guy hasn't done shit. He's not incredibly special in any way, shape, or form. He's just An asshole. Dumb teenagers and hormones. I suppose it did ensure the survival of the species this far. And typically, we would probably already be married and have kids by the time we're like 16 or 18. So, yeah, I guess.
Need your pity, Rex.
Since when do I do pity?
Did you see what I did in Chicago?
You know what really annoys me? They're wearing outdoor shoes in their bedroom, and their bedroom has a carpet. That carpet must be filthy. Filthy. And you're breathing in this filth. Like, that's disgusting. I don't understand. And then some of them wear their shoes on their bed. You know, where they sleep. Like, what the fuck?
The park collapse.
I heard about it, yeah.
Yeah, I messed up.
Kuma, we Americans wear shoes inside our house. Serbians do too. The only Serbians that don't wear shoes inside their house is people that live on, technically speaking, Bosnia was like the countryside, right? So anyone in Bosnia was in the countryside of Yugoslavia. Now Bosnia is in its own country, and one of our cities got taken over as its own country. So basically like Ukraine in a nutshell. But anyway, there, people take their shoes off because you're in the countryside, and so when you enter the home, you've basically got like a room that's typically kind of like a kitchen sort of thing, but it's not a kitchen, where you put your shoes on and off, but it's also got fridges and things like that, and then you enter the main house. So there's like an area to put your shoes on and off. But all the other homes, like absolutely nothing's designed to take your shoes on and off. Here, I actually got these big-ass carpets, like these big-ass office carpets at the front door. So I've sort of partitioned the entryway where you open the door and you've got like the seat where you can put your shoes underneath and you can sit on it. And on the right, you've got like this big chair where you can sit and like put your shoes on and off, and next to it is Cheeky's cage. And there's like this big-ass black office carpet sort of thing. That's like for offices, it's like rubber underneath, and it's like the thick, rough carpet stuff, right? You can take anything off it. And that's where you put your shoes on and off. And then after that, the rest of the house is like timber poly laminate, right? It's nice and clean. Vacuum the shit out of it. It's clean, right? It's nice. So you come here, you take your shoes off, you've got seats. If you're stupid and you enter the house and you like miss the seats on the left, the seats on the right, and the carpet below you, you're fucking blind, right? Like, it's nicely partitioned. I even give you chairs with like shoe horns and shit. Like, I'm very accommodating. Just please don't dirty my house, alright? I like to keep shit clean. I've got a little dog here. I believe most Asian households don't wear shoes inside the house. Well, from what I've seen, they don't. Although I'm trying to think, because I've been to a lot of different people's houses from different nationalities and backgrounds. I'm trying to think if one of them from the Asia region ever had shoes on. The only ones I can think of were like westernized ones where they don't even speak their native tongue. A lot of continental Europeans don't wear inside either. I like that. Cleanliness. It's kind of crazy because in Europe, knives and forks were used. And, particularly like, I don't remember particularly which country invented it, but knives and forks were invented and widely used while other parts of the world were still eating with their hands. And that was done so, you don't consume dirt. Logic would dictate bringing in dirt to the house would be similar. Although you have to also consider architecture and how houses were built, and then in certain times in Europe, the animals would also be inside, and like technology changed and all this other stuff. I'm pretty sure shoes in the house is how people get foot fungus anyway. See, I honestly don't know how people get fungus and all that other stuff, but like, I clean the shit out of this place. Let in natural sunlight, which kills bacteria. If you ever get like, if there's like wetness in the shower and stuff and you start getting mold, you spray the mold. Like, I'm on top of that shit.
People almost got hurt. And then I took it out on Kill Cannon and people did get hurt. I try to help, and all I do is cause more problems. My parents were right. Who do I think I am?
Everybody fucks up. To fuck up is human. Shakespeare said that. The Immortal, Black Samson, freaking Robot, or Rudy, or whatever he calls himself now, they've all shit the bed at least once. Having powers isn't easy, but we do our best. Even assholes like me.
Wait, people actually shit their bed?
Just do them, showed this to me the week we met. You were still pretty beat up from losing them.
Woof.
I hardly think about them now.
Because you got through it. And then you got through my douchebag teenage ass dumping my problems on you and hiding in your bedroom for a year and a half.
Tell you what.
Then 100 other battles with Team. Through all of that, you've saved so many people. And each time, you made this shitty, awful, terrible world a little bit better. Also, I checked on that couple you pulled from the river. They're gonna make a full recovery.
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you here. Looking at that hairstyle and the speech pattern and the way he's talking, does anyone else see Sokka? There's a little bit of Sokka.
Because of you. So dry your tears, tell your parents to go shove it up their asses, and get back out there, right?
Alright.
You know, he's a bit of an asshole, but he's an asshole with a point.
Thanks, Rex. Now, what do you want?
I am offended.
Uh-huh. You don't see the Sokka?
But yes, I do have a tiny favor to ask that involves a space rocket ship. Pew pew pew.
That is so Sokka! You can't tell me the mannerism wasn't on point. Come on. Come on! There's a little bit of Sokka in all of us.
Okay.
Audi A5, piece of shit. I'm telling you. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. I found out that the Audis, their transmission, once their transmission fails, it blocks the engine. Like, the engine's just fucked. You can just throw it away. That's fucked. After I learnt that, don't touch Audis. Actually, funnily enough, my cousin also had a Volkswagen Golf, and they seem to suffer a similar issue around 90,000 kilometers. You gotta do a major repair at around 90,000 kilometers, otherwise you'll brick the engine. What happened to Volkswagen, man? And you know what's effed? Volkswagen owns Porsche and Lamborghini. And they're having these problems? Like, if I'm touching German, I'm gonna go Mercedes-Benz if it's made in Germany. If I look at a Mercedes-Benz and on the plate it says Stuttgart, it's good. Anything else, get the fuck out of here. I know that the AMG series and the E series is made in Germany. I know that a lot of the GL series and the G-Wagon series is not. That's like a huge problem. The C series, some of it's actually made in parts of Mexico. Also, it's to be assured that Rex was genuinely a good person when he first met Eve, and then when he and Eve became superheroes, a bit of an ego grew more in Rex. And then it leads to Rex we met in S1. Fair enough. It actually takes into consideration how humans would react to being made special and how it would affect their personality. Because you see how people act when they're good at sports, or they, get good at something, or get rich, or win the lotto, or something like that, right? They develop a little bit of a superiority complex because their ego gets out of whack. Give people superpowers, some of them would develop an ego. I mean, I would develop an ego. I know myself very well. I'd develop an ego. Shit, I had a fuck ton of an ego when I was doing competitive martial arts and I was kicking people's butts.
Oh, it's delicious. It's delicious. What are we gonna do with you?
I don't know, feeding bugs or something.
You've got to like at least one human food.
Oh no, don't breastfeed him. No, no, no.
Mark, we have a front door,
Did you land on the roof?
Sorry. Oh, hey, Mr. Messy. How's he eating?
Well, so far, he hates everything. I guess he'll fit right in with the human kids.
Okay. Pause. I eat everything. Even the food I hate. When I was a kid, it was like, you get food on your plate, and if you don't finish the food on your plate, you don't get another serving of something else. It's just how it works. You want a serving of something else? Like, if you want an extra serving, you have to finish what's on your plate. It's how it works. And then if you're visiting someone, you're taught that it's rude not to finish the food on your plate. So even if the other person cooks something which you absolutely hate, you finish it. You finish it. And then you say it's delicious because it's respectful. You don't want to be rude to the other person. That's how I was raised. That and basically beat within an inch of my life. But, like, you learn. Meanwhile, fucking Western kids, I don't want this. I want McDonald's. Yes, dear, here's McDonald's. Why does my 8-year-old child have diabetes?
Sorry. Hey, do you know where Dad's stuff is?
I got rid of most of it. Give it to charity.
What? You could have asked me first.
Well, you were gone for 2 months, and I couldn't live in limbo just waiting for you to come back.
Woof.
I'm sorry.
She's basically saying, I didn't know if you'd come back, so I got rid of the shit. It's like, whoa, you moved on after 2 months? Damn.
What were you looking for?
It's just, when the Viltrumites were taking Dad away, he told me to read his books. What if he hid something in them, like slid it between the pages?
He heard it.
It's not a good time, Cecil.
Sorry, Debbie, it's urgent. Mark, I need you to go to space again.
You see, he could have teleported inside the house, but he teleported to the front door just so he could knock. Oh my god, it's raining. And unfortunately, there seems to be more water leaking somewhere in the roof. I don't think it's the chimney. It could be the skylight, but we fixed the skylight, so it might be the chimney. I don't know. At this point, I'm thinking of getting rid of the skylight and the chimney, because it's too much hassle. Can you guys hear that? We've got a literal storm. And there's going to be water getting inside the house. This is going to be a pain. Because the house is built of wood. And plaster. And fibro. You know what happens when that shit gets wet? It rots. It falls apart. Oh, God. Never-ending series of repairs.
What? I just got back from space. You were actually pretty pissed about it.
Think of this as your redemption tour. We got a ship full of those Sequid things coming in hot from Mars. You remember them?
Yeah?
If they...
So Cecil can be polite with teleportation, meaning he was fucking with Rex early in the episode. I would like to think that he didn't give a shit about Rex to begin with, so he just teleported in, because let's face it, it's a government base. And he's your commanding officer, so he can do whatever the fuck he wants. He could technically teleport into your sleeping quarters without giving you any warning, and you can't complain about it. Welcome to the military.
Get their tentacles on Earth, they'll be pulling our strings forever. We need to stop them.
Sure. Of course.
You need any help with a new kid?
We're fine. Thank you.
Well, think about when you go back to work. You'll need a trained caretaker, not some neighborhood babysitter. We have people for that.
That's our decision. Not yours.
Just consider it. Please.
But you just got back from space.
Well, they're heading for Earth,
Seriously? Feet on the walls? Marking on the walls? Jesus Christ.
and it's serious.
Like, my god, just, you know what I mean? Like, markings on the wall, why not? It's not like we freshly painted the shit. It's not like we're trying to keep this place clean or anything.
And a lot of people could get hurt. So,
Just come back safe, okay?
always.
Hey, Janny, you guys got plans tonight? Nah, everything's fine. Just
She's an extrovert, can't spend a night alone.
want to take my mind off things.
Oh, I get it.
Invincible. I didn't know you were joining us.
I'm gonna be that guy. Why does he actually need to be in the spaceship? He can just fly up. Wouldn't it actually be better to have him outside the spaceship in case something goes wrong, rather than having him inside the spaceship, and if something goes wrong, he's got no way of getting out without compromising the integrity of the ship?
Yeah, well, this didn't sound super optional.
Got room for one more?
Eve!
Okay, that solves the problem of the ship's integrity, considering she could change atoms and shit.
Hi. Rex said you guys could use a hand.
We could indeed. But will you be vulnerable to these creatures?
You're not the only one who can make a suit of armor.
2 minutes to launch.
Well, that's my cue to leave you brave little astronauts to the endless darkness of space. If you succeed, well, I taught you everything you know. If not, I guess we're all fucked.
I like how Gremlin Girl's like,
We have ignition.
So, you two may not know this or acknowledge it in any way, but this guy's now the ranking guardian on Earth.
has this ever actually worked?
Says who?
Me. Just now. It's like calling shotgun. Okay, first rule, no rolling those eyes. Second rule, get ready, because we are just gonna chill out until those losers get back.
This is so cringy, I don't know if he's aware.
And there is no third rule.
We're supposed to monitor other threats while they're gone.
Oh, sure. Like there's gonna be 2 huge world-shattering emergencies at the same time. Oh
And you've just jinxed it.
no! I'd like to see that, Ray.
You just jinxed it. You just jinxed it. Murphy! What was that noise?
Who's there?
Sorry, Sarge.
For fuck's sake, Jerry, you scared the shit out of me.
Well, I know it's not my break, but I missed lunch.
I gotta wonder, you're patrolling the inside of a base with a long barrel rifle. Wouldn't that be cumbersome? Wouldn't a mid-range rifle be better, considering that you're indoors? I don't know, just thinking.
Get your damn snack and get out of...
Oh, hell!
Nice.
Yes, sir.
And remember, kill first, ask questions later.
We have a problem.
Well, you done fucked up.
What's a problem but an opportunity in disguise?
Okay, this guy seems to... Yeah?
You want them to know we're here?
Of course. This just speeds things up a bit.
So you're basically gonna play stealth games the way I used to play stealth games, which is like why I got really good at shooting and flanking. This is acceptable.
Man, my dad's a dick, but you win the shitty dad contest hands down.
Yeah, but it was worse than that.
Trust me, my dad was worse. Quit your bitching.
I was gone for so long I wasn't there for Amber, my mom, you. You guys needed me.
I'm sure you'll get a chance to make it up to me soon.
Listen up. We need more information about the Martian ship, its weapon systems, what kind of resistance we can expect once we're on board. So Shapesmith here is going to answer all of our questions.
I'd rather not, since those are Martian military secrets. But I will, though. That ship is one of our warships. It's very big. There could be millions of Sequids on it, but hopefully not. They're small, but very strong for their size.
A ship full of demon jellyfish with super strength. Great.
There must be Martians on board, too. The Sequids can't pilot a ship on their own.
We should seek these Martians out. Make contact.
Ah, yes. My old chums. They may not be enthusiastic to see me.
I imagine not. Robot, what's your plan to get us on board?
In just a minute, I'll cut the shuttle's power. Like Shapesmith says, the Martian ship is large, so we'll look like debris to them. Then, we'll clamp on and cut an entry hole in the hull.
Good.
So good. But it won't work.
Why not?
The warship sensors are very powerful. They'll know the difference between space garbage and whatever we are.
You're telling us this now?
Yes, I'm telling you this now.
Why wasn't this briefing done before you got there?
Also, they won't hesitate to fire missiles when they spot us coming.
Shapesmith?
Yes, those! Look, those are the missiles I was talking about. Don't we have shields or something?
This isn't Star Trek. We're unarmed.
Everyone, close
This is why they should have... Fuck it.
to me now!
Whatever, you could have just had Invincible outside. What's gonna happen to him? Is he gonna get lonely?
Half pepperoni, half mushroom, an order of garlic knots, and some wings.
One pizza? I mean, I could eat that on my own. Order 8.
2 garlic knots.
2 garlic knots.
What are we, on a budget?
Uh-oh.
No. Keep ordering, Ray. Cecil's just checking in to say hi, right? Cecil? Right?
He's so done with your
We
shit.
need a plan. I'm gonna barf. Close your damn eyes then.
Kuma, American pizza is huge. Well, you know what? I haven't been there in a while. Personally, I wouldn't want to go there right about now because it looks like... Yeah. But I would like to see an American-sized pizza because I love me some pizza.
Please, calm down. We have enough oxygen for at least 10 minutes.
Yeah, and we have someone here that can literally change atoms.
I'm not sure I can hold this together for 10 minutes.
Everyone
Ah, fuck.
who can fly, push towards the ship.
I mean, physics is the thing.
Hello, fellow Martians. Nice to see you all again.
Oh no, they're gonna want to kill him.
I was just on Earth, and,
Earth? You're the one. You let all of this happen.
I know he is the cause of all this, but we are here to help.
That is a thick hull. It's a warship. It's a warship in space. Do you know how thick the hull of an aircraft carrier is? Yeah, worth looking into.
Humans. They'll enslave you immediately.
We're not like the rest of our kind. We can withstand them. We can...
Gross. No!
Got it.
They share minds. Now all the Sequids know you're here.
Well, they would know that we're here either way if they all share minds. So killing the one doesn't make a big difference, does it? Anyone played a Plague Tale? This kind of feels like a Plague Tale.
You got any instructions, boss?
Get a soda and relax.
The king has a plan.
Those nuclear blast doors, impenetrable from the outside. We've sealed the tunnel so there's no other way in. Now, we just sit here and wait for the government to comply with our demands. Otherwise, New York, Los Angeles, Chicago.
So basically the plot to Metal Gear Solid 1? Liquid!
Die fast, assholes! My pizza's getting cold.
Hey, Adam Eve, have you seen that anime Overlord? Do a shout here.
You think you could stop us? You could not. You. We remember you. We can't pierce your skin. No matter. There will be others for our purposes.
Get them off him! It's the only way!
I'm gonna be that guy. You didn't bring any additional weapons?
There's too many!
I mean, like, even one Gatling gun, you know what I mean? Like, anything? Like, what kind of... I mean... Okay, I stand corrected. There is a strategy.
I disrupted their nervous systems, but they'll be awake again soon. Kill as many as you can while they're out.
Why don't you go for the head of the snake?
Oh, shit.
Get close!
Ooh! I wonder if the damage is shared eventually.
I thought these guys were supposed to suck.
Someone trained them. You see, this is why they have male and female divisions in MMA.
Hey, Kate! Remember, whoever dies first pays for pizza!
And then there was one. Come on, I know you can do it. Damn it. She dead.
Kate!
Do it, Fishman.
Oh God, no!
Come on, Eve. You can do this.
Are you crazy?
I can use my suit to build an amplifier for the pulse I used earlier. It'll hopefully stun them long enough for us to get Russ off this ship. But you'll need to protect me until I'm done. How long? 5 minutes.
Oh, God.
You're gonna fucking pay for that.
Damn. Chew your food.
Idiot! She doesn't stay small.
You should have chewed your food. I respect the hustle. Yeah. This guy's slub as fuck. Looks like you're paying for pizza. Anyone notice that this room is the exact same layout as the room where Solid Snake fought Deep Throat? It's got the computer servers and everything.
This isn't happening.
You idiot! Well, you are the highest ranking guardian on Earth. You were absolutely right.
Fuck!
Now you gotta go into shock, and there's one left.
So brave. But is it the brave man who survives? Or is it the one who waits until his opponent is too injured to fight?
Just do it, you prick. You got this. Come on, hold it together. You got this.
Can't hold it!
No.
Guys! I knew it! Bastards. Oh, cool. Oh no, he's a lizard person.
Oh, wow. I'm not dead.
You're a lizard person now, aren't you?
I was pretty sure I was dead. Felt like I was dead.
Oh no, it's the one-eyed guy that got beaten up by the Viltrumites.
This is a nice surprise.
Let me guess, your body's completely destroyed.
Hello? Hello? Someone want to let me out of this, thing? Well, this is great. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, God. Oh, crap. Oh, I broke it. Oh, this thing. I bet this is expensive. Oh, God. Would you look at that?
I am glad to see you in one piece, Alan of Unova.
Yeah, one very large and ripped piece.
Yes.
Swole as fuck.
I'm afraid I owe you an apology. When we brought you here after the Viltrumite attack, I turned off your life support machine and left you to fend for yourself.
What? Why? Why would you do that?
I knew without it, you would either die or recover stronger than before. I am sorry I gambled with your life, but it has paid off. You may now be able to stand your ground against a Viltrumite.
Wait, so he's basically got a Zenkai boost.
Yeah, I doubt that. They hit me so hard my eye came out. I remember seeing that, like, from my own eye. It was very strange.
You underestimate yourself, Alan.
Yeah, well, I appreciate your vote of confidence, but I'm not going to ask for a rematch anytime soon. If I even see another Viltrumite, I'm gonna...
This guy's a Viltrumite. What gave it away?
Shit, you're a Viltrumite?
No, I am something much worse.
You're a human?
I am the only Viltrumite to ever rebel against the Empire. At least, until you told me about Invincible.
Let me guess, it's over a girl. It's a girl, right? It's a girl. You got laid and you were like, fuck this war shit.
Alan,
Or it's a boy. Okay.
I need you to go back to Earth and bring Invincible here. He is the key to turning the tide of this war.
I like how the outro is very Overwatch-esque. You know, they play the Overwatch theme. It's very similar to this. This is a very solid show. From the first second to the end, it's just bam, 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 bam. There's nothing wasted. Stalin was a Viltrumite? Well, that explains why he was a Man of Steel. I like this music. Oh, you gotta admit, that's good music. You gotta admit, that's some good music. Like, I love this show. I love this show. I don't think that is, yeah, it's just a different. I love this show. I've got this. There is nothing bad I can say about this episode and like series in general. My only complaint is how they handled the release, which is mostly just an administration business thing. I personally would have loved if they just, you know, like I said at the beginning, didn't have the pause, just waited till it was done. But truth be told, now that it's out, you know what I mean? I'm kind of back into it. As long as there's no delay in between now and the final 3 episodes, in hindsight, I'm not going to give a shit. But like that wait kind of made it weird. It kind of made it weird. It lost a lot of the pacing. The dread of the Viltrumites, it's kind of at the back of my mind because it was so long ago, right? Like I'm watching them fight the aliens and I've forgotten about the Viltrumites, even though the previous 2-3 episodes was about the Viltrumites. It's kind of weird, and that's simply because of that gap. So I think it would have been a lot more impactful if the gap wasn't there, but like in hindsight, what can we do? There's nothing we can do about it. Beside that, the episode, the writing, the characters, like everything, all the arcs that are going on for the multiple characters at the same time works really well. And again, the show has its brutality. It has its emotion. It has its banter. It's got its good writing. It's got its character progression, seeing different parts of characters and different sides to characters and their relationship dynamics. It's solid. It is solid. I don't know what else I can say about the show. I absolutely love it to bits. I love it. And I'm honestly recommending it to people, you know? So, yeah, top show. I love it. I love it. I love it. So there's basically, from my understanding, 3 episodes. So 25th, 1st, 8th. So we're pretty much going to finish Invincible on, like, the week of the 8th. And that's going to be April, where all the April anime stuff kicks off. So it's just going to be in line with that, which is probably good, considering how many anime are coming out in April. Like, it's going to be ridiculous. Like, 1 episode of this, 1 episode of that, 1 episode of that, 1 episode of that, 1 episode of that, 1 episode... Like, holy shit! Like, I've never actually watched anime as it was coming out like this. I did it once for this anime called... I think it was Guilty Crown, where the guy's able to pull out people's souls as weapons. And I was watching that week by week. Other than that, I haven't really watched the show week by week. I didn't watch Naruto Shippuden week by week. I didn't really watch, like, Dragon Ball Z. We had that 5 times a week when I was growing up. So I never really watched week by week, season by season. The only anime I ever watched like that was after I started streaming, when we were watching things like, I think we did it for Overlord. I think we did it for... No, Arcane was already fully out at that time. We're doing it for Invincible, you know what I mean? So it's very new to me. But now, there's going to be like 4 or 5 anime that we're watching at the same time, week by week. I've never done that before. I know a lot of people that watch anime do that. They like watch everything. They're basically anime people. They don't like play games. They just watch a fuck ton of anime. Whereas I was always more the gamer. I watched a fuck ton of games, and I watched movies, TV shows, and anime on the side while I was playing World of Warcraft. So I was like gamer first, anime to just like add flavor, right? Now it's like you game, you focus, like you talk, you know, you're having fun. You watch shows, anime, you like watch shows and anime and focus. So it's like the first time I'm going to be watching so many things releasing week by week at the same time. That being said, late April, I am going overseas. So I'm going to Japan and Europe. I'm doing my JoJo arc. I'm going to Italy. So I'm upset because I wanted to do a JoJo meme where I get swole as fuck and I just pose, but I couldn't pull it off. It was fucked. It's something I got to do though at some point. But I'm sure I'll go back to Italy at some point anyway. But yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be fun. And Hutchin's gonna check out Serbia. That's gonna be interesting. She's gonna have a blast. So yeah, let's take a break and we are gonna watch some of The Boys. Solid show. I love this show. But it's going to be good. So when I come back from overseas, we're going to have a bunch of episodes that we can binge. What do you think of that episode and with the heroes on Earth getting killed? I was having fun. Kill them all. Rip and tear. Like, there's a lot of characters in this show that I just don't give a shit about. Rip and tear. Go all the way. They outlived their usefulness. They're 2-dimensional characters that have nothing to them. Kill them all. Painfully and gruesomely. I side with Freezer on this one. If you like Invincible, then you're going to love The Boys. I hope so! Because, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? If there's, like, you know what I mean? Because you guys know me, right? You've recommended shows. You've recommended games. You know how I feel about them. You know how I think. You know all this sort of stuff. So you sort of know, like, what I like and what I dislike. So if you guys say I like it, like, I'm excited. You know what I mean? I'm excited. I don't know what to expect, so I'm excited.